Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now. And getting to start for Baltimore, Zach Eflin. What do we have on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Luis Arraez stands in. Fastball for a strike. And that's how this game gets started. Ground ball to the right side. And that chance handled. On the run, sends it over to first. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the base regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Swinging a foul straight back. Tatis, a former All-Star, batting second in today's lineup, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And the righty deals. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. And that one just missed off the outside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him swinging.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. And people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Now here is Jackson Merrill. That one's in there. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Just missed.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
And there's a foul ball. To third, might be 2. Here's Holiday for 1. On to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Well, they had the chance at turning 2 right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the ball as he tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
Now Machado up here. And Manny gets a piece. Deal 1. And that one is inside. Merrill, the runner at first with 2 gone. Eflin a move to first, but it's wide of the bag and gets away. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Boog, you got to move your feet as footwork is so important on those pickoff throws over to first. And can be a little easy to get twisted up and throw across your body, and he didn't have much of a lead over there at all, so I doubt he was trying to do anything more than just keep him honest, which makes that error hurt even more.
In the air, right field. Cowser makes the grab, and that's the third out. Padres leave one. Orioles due up in the first. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Baltimore, today's starting pitcher, Yu Darvish. What do we have on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Bottom of the first, and the batter will be the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. And that one hammered way back there. Gone into the flag cord. He circles the bases. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Here's Adley Rutschman. And the slider just misses.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning. All right, Boog, so I was scrolling through social media the other day, and a video of Adley popped up. It was a clip of him playing college football for Oregon State. How athletic is this guy? He tackled Stanford great Christian McCaffrey. Seriously, what can't Rutschman do on the field?
And it is 2-1. That one drilled left field, and it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit, and that's off the inside edge. And that's ball one. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
And that one fouled off. No outs. Runner on second. In the air, left field, down the line. Reaching for it and brings it in. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. Here's Ryan Mountcastle.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Missed inside with the curve. Darvish kicks, delivers. Called strike right there. One out and a runner at second. Slider misses outside. Darvish delivers. Hit in the air, center field. Merrill gets under it. 2 away. Here's Tyler O'Neill. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Here comes Rutschman around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. Not close with that one. 1-0. And there's a strike.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a pop-up. Cronenworth. And makes the grab. And that's the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Second inning coming up from Baltimore. It's the Orioles 2 and the Padres nothing. Back now at Oriole Park. Top of the second. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Eflin back to work. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Pitch in the dirt. Now 1-2. In the air out to center. And it drops in. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Here's Xander Bogaerts. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. Cronenworth aboard here at first with nobody out. Next offering is in for a strike. Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there. And that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls. Hitters, pitchers, managers.
Oh, he gloves it.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
Here's Jason Hayward. Fly ball down the line. Cowser snags it for the second out. And now it's Tirso Ornelas. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
Here's the 0-1. On the ground, out to short. Slings it across. That's out number 3. 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Orioles 2 and the Padres nothing. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 2nd and into the box for Baltimore, Cedric Mullins.
Well, here's an interesting stat on Darvish. He has more than 100 wins in his big league career. The only Japanese-born pitcher with more wins is Hideo Nomo, my former teammate.
That pitch in for a strike, and the count is 0-2.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. And a swing and a miss. 1 out.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you up, saw you off. Tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
And now Jordan Westburg.
1-0.
And a strike on the outside corner. And 1
ball,
and 1.
strike.
Sinker gets the bottom of the zone, and that's a strike. Right side. Knocks it down. The throw won't get there in time. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
One gone, runner at first. So next to hit for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday. And that one is in for a strike.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
That misses, and it's a ball and a strike.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Next offering is down low. And downstairs, Westburg, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Runner on the go. That one lifted to left. Hayward pulls it down, and there are 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson. He's already homered here in this one. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two outs. The shortstop takes the ball. That one the other way and makes the play, and that's out number 3. And the Orioles leave 1. They're up 2-0. Top half of the 3rd inning. Here's Elias Diaz. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
All ones the count.
This to 3rd, and that one handled. Sends it across to 1st, and a quick out, number 1. So the San Diego batting order turns over, and now the first baseman, Luis Arias, reached on an infield single his first time. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1. 1 out, bases empty. Ripped on a line to center. Mullins makes the catch for the out. 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr.
2 outs, base is empty. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. And a strike.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
Rips one to right, and it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. Into second, and he's got it double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Next for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. That one fouled off. Tatis at second with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. And that is that. 1 left for San Diego. They're still down. It's 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Adley Rutschman. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball 1. And a foul ball. Ouch, that one drilled him. Gets it there in time, though, so they get the first out of the inning. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Ryan O'Hearn, the next to hit for the Orioles. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike.
0-1.
0-1. Now one missed. And a sweeper misses for a ball. One down, base is empty. And a slider misses down and away. Three-two. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Ball four, tried another curve but couldn't locate it.
Well, they opted to go with the off-speed stuff on that 3-2 with the bases empty. Close pitch, but now he's got to work out of the stretch.
Man at first. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Ryan Mountcastle. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
Boom, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
A little bit low, and it's 1-1. Late that time, and it's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One and two now. Hit on the ground, might be 2. To second, that's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit. RBI single his last time up. And that's through there for a strike. Next offering popped in the air, right field, drops into the glove, and that'll do it. One left for the Orioles, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Back here in Baltimore, and now it's Manny Machado. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
Now it's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a high fly ball left field. And there's 2 away. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. 2 down, bases empty. And here comes Xander Bogaerts. 0 for 1 so far. Bogaerts, multi-time All-Star, 32 years old, and he was born in Aruba. Popped foul out of play off to the right. Outside low, and a count 1-2. That one down the line. O'Hearn. He steps on the bag, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. They trail it here 2-0. Back now at Oriole Park, John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Colton Cowser. Tap foul at the plate.
You know, these Orioles doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Misses inside, and it's 2-1.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Two now. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And next for the Orioles, Cedric Mullins. Went down on strikes his first time through. Pitch is in there. Strike 1.
0-1.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Next pitch inside. Now 1-2. Good job to fight that one off.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Another 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Westberg now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
The count.
And that's downstairs. And now it's even 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
2 down, nobody on. Sets him down looking. And he strikes out the side here in the 4th. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles, but they're on top 2-0. And we're back. Digging in, Jason Hayward. Eflin back to work. That's in there, and that is strike 1.
You know, these Padres just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Inside. Going to count 1 and 2. Missed inside with the curve. And it remains 2 and 2. Ripped to third. Whips it across. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now the DH, Tirso Ornelas. Grounded out his first time up. Check swing, called strike.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Got him looking. That's the 2nd out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And now it's Elias Diaz. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And that misses. Ball 1. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1 and 1.
2 outs, base is empty. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit.
Now batting, the first baseman, Luis.
So the batting order turns over. Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. Off the mark there, and that's ball 1. And
That's
another
it.
ball.
Ball 2.
Diaz off of first with 2 away. Right through there for a strike. And that skips into dirt.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
2 outs. Swing and a liner foul off to the right.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Got him swinging. That K is his 3rd of the game. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Orioles 2 and the Padres nothing. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now, Jackson Holliday.
Jackson Holliday.
Now fly ball to right center. Merrill sizing this one up. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch. On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Late swing, foul to the left. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Now the catcher up to hit. Adley Rutschman, 1 for 2. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Next offering is in for a strike.
This guy's
No
not
balls,
wasting
2
any
strikes.
pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball still 0-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Top 6, Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1.
No strike.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
And that one pulled foul. Tatis waits. And that's off the outside edge. 2-1.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
That one fouled off. 2-2. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Jackson Merrill now at the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. That one's in there, 0-1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Sliced hard, but foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And that one a little below the knees. 1 and 2 to count. Line drive, that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
One of the first real jams of the game for him, Boog. Back-to-back singles to start the inning, and he's had a real solid outing, but he needs to lock this situation down if he wants it to stay that way.
Here's Manny Machado. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Ground ball could be two. There's one. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. He is singled and he is flied to left. And there's a strike.
That's a ball. One ball.
With the tying
Two
run at
strikes.
the plate, and we're the top half of the sixth. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Got him on the off-balance throw. And that is the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Orioles 2 and the Padres nothing. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Sean Reynolds.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. And here's the first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Yuki Matsui, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Morejon, the power lefty, up as well. And that one is inside ball 1. And a strike on the outside edge. The other way. Nice grab.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Ryan Mountcastle will hit next. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. That's off the inside corner. Ball 1.
That's ball 2.
That catches the corner. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
One down, base is empty. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Now batting.
Here's the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill. Climb the ladder with that fastball. That's strike one. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
And
That's
ball one.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And that is a good eye on a pitch down low, and it's 2-2. Mountcastle over at first with one away. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that's outside, and it's 3-2. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Now batting. Right fielder.
Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. Outside low, and that is ball 1.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 1-1. 2 on, 1 out. Just missed.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And delivers outside. On the ground, 2 ball. On to Bogarts. Out. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Orioles 2 and the Padres nothing. We go to the top of the 7th. Here comes X to the plate. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Andrew Kittredge getting ready to go. Aiken, a left-hander, also throwing. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And in foul ground, he pulls it down. 1 out.
Up next for the Padres. Left fielder. Jason Hayward.
Jason Hayward, the next up for the Padres. And that's fouled off. The 0-1. To the right side. Steps on first for the out.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
And next is the designated hitter, Tirso Ornelas.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
That pitch gets the inside corner. Strike 1.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
So now 1-2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And that is downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball right side. And that one handled. And he'll be safe at first.
Now batting, catcher.
Just kind of sailed that throw and pulled it across his body towards the right field side of first base. And usually that means the fielder just didn't square up his shoulders to the target. And I think that throw had just as much to do with his footwork as anything else.
2 outs, runner at first. Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Elias Diaz. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock. And another big at bat coming up here. Looking for a way to get that tying run across with 2 outs.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Zach Eflin will depart, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So a lefty out of the pen, Keegan Aiken.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
So the tying run in scoring position now. And now the first baseman, Luis Arraez. 1 for 3. Breaking ball through there for a strike. So the tying run at second. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Way outside, and the count 1-2. With the tying run at second, here in the top half of inning number 7. In the air to left down the line. O'Neill under this one. Squeezes it, and that's the 3rd out.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Yuki Matsui.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now at the plate, Cedric Mullins, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Matsui measures 5 feet 8 inches, 29 years old, and he was born in Japan. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Lifted in the air down the left side. Hayward coming on. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, third baseman, Jordan.
So up next, Jordan Westburg. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Base is empty, one away. You're at the bottom of the seventh.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
One ball, two strikes.
And now it's 1-2. On the ground right side, Cronenworth. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the Orioles.
And into the box for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday. That's down and in.
Ball one.
And that misses. And it's 2-0. Here's a chopper to short. Bogarts handles the chance. Zips it to first. Inning over. Orioles held in check there as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back here in Baltimore, and now the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr. Right through there for a strike.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And there's one away.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Jackson Merrill getting ready to hit.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Yeah. I got a ball, one strike.
And a count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Holding on to a one-run lead, and we're in the top of the eighth. Gets a piece and stays alive. In the air out towards right center. Mullins sizes this one up, brings it in, and there's two down.
now batting, third baseman.
Here comes Manny Machado. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. There's the strike. 95 of that one.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
1-1.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Two strikes.
The next offering misses. It's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that one missing inside a sharp slider.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And the tying run is on base.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Substitution now at first base. On to pinch run, Tyler Wade. So 2 down. Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
But with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
Wade off of first with 2 away. And that's in the dirt.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Two outs. Runner on the move. And a count 1-2.
Ball 2. 2-2 to count.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. On the ground, Westberg zips it across. That takes care of Cronenworth. 3rd out. Padres lead 1. They're down 2-1. Now into the game, Tyler Wade. He's the new third baseman.
Now playing third base. Number 14.
So the Padres with a new arm on the mound, Jason Adam.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Well, 1-run game. Now it's the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. He's already homered in this game. And that drops in for a strike.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-2. Got him swinging. The high heat, too much on that one.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Rutschman in the box now. No balls and a strike. Bullpen action for the Padres. Adrian Morejon, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Estrada, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Next offering upstairs. And the slider just misses. Close one, doesn't get the call. 3-1 now. And down on strikes. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs. Ryan O'Hearn, the next to hit for the Orioles. There's the strike.
0-1's the count.
That's hard hit on the line. Tatis makes the grab, and that's the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Through 8 full. It's the Orioles 2 and the Padres 1. Back now, and on the mound, a closer, Felix Bautista.
Now, this is an extremely confident pitcher. He loves the pressure. Actually likes the 1-run game better than a comfortable 3-run save opportunity because that's when he pitches his best.
Bogarts at the plate now, and that's inside. And a base hit up the middle. And the tying run is on base. Wide throw, and it gets away. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up.
Well, that at bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
No outs, runner at first. So digging in now for San Diego, Jason Hayward. 0 for 3 in this one. And the first offering is not close.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. That missed by a lot. And now 2-0.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
3 balls.
Squirts away a little bit. Well done behind the dish. A 1-run lead here in the top of the 9th. That one at triple digits.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Stays alive. Swing and a miss. 98 miles per hour on the gun. Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Padres. Luis Campusano. A critical at bat in this game for him. Right through there for a strike. Ball one there. Bogarts leads off first with 1 away. Bautista throws over. Bogarts dives back.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes.
That one misses, and the count's full.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Fights it off. He'll see another. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Ball 4, he walked in, and that keeps things going.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
Next for the Padres, Elias Diaz.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far. Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
Next pitch is outside. One out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Here comes Bogarts around third. Here comes the throw, but it's offline. He will score.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Felix Bautista done for the day, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. Andrew Kittredge gets the call from the pen.
Number 39. Andrew Kittredge.
And here's the first baseman, Luis Arias. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Two on, 1 out. And there's a ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
There's a strike. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
Fernando Tatis Jr., the next up for the Padres. Close one, doesn't get the call. 1-0. First and second, 2 down. Swings through that one for strike 1. Activity in the bullpen. Yennier Cano is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. In the dirt, but kept close. No advance. Good job behind the dish. 2-2 now. And a swing and a miss. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
All set for the bottom of the ninth. Now here's the Orioles DH, Ryan Mountcastle. Adam back to work. Fastball for a strike. That one misses. Now 1-2.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Tyler O'Neill. In there at the knees. It's 0-1.
0-1.
All tied up here in the last half of inning number 9. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
And a count 1-2. Base is empty, one away. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, right fielder, Colton Cowser.
And next for the Orioles, Colton Cowser. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Nope, that's inside.
And he swings through that one.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Next pitch is outside. Got him swinging for the strikeout. That's the third out, and we'll play extra innings in this one. So they go quietly there. 10th inning coming up. We are tied 2-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're in extras here, and now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Off the mark there. and it's 1-0.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through. Fires to the plate. It's offline, and he scores. It's 3-2. Well, they didn't waste any time as they knock home the runner from second to get on the board.
Huge for team confidence and how you approach the situation. Still have a guy on base, and now they'll try to add on.
Now batting Tyler Wade. Came into the game as a pinch runner. This is his first trip to the plate in this one. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball one. Kittredge, in his 7th season, he features a slider, a sinker, and he works in a four-seamer. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-1. Movement in the bullpen. Yennier Cano, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Dominguez getting cranked up as well. To first, maybe a 2-ball. On to second, they get one. On to O'Hearn, 2.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. Slider for a strike. And the 0-1. And it's fouled away. Next offering way off the plate.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
2 down, nobody on. Right side, hard hit. On to O'Hearn. And that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Robert Suarez.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Cedric Mullins digs in now. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That's a little high. Ball 1.
Well, in this situation with the runner on second, you got to get him up to third. Think back up the middle or to right field.
So the tying run at second. Line to left, down the line, and it's foul. And 1-2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Line drive, caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
So digging in, Jordan Westberg. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Swing and a chopper out to short. Bogarts with the throw to first. Now only 1 out remaining.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
So 2 down now, and here is Jackson Holliday trying to deliver as the hero. And that drops in for a strike. Got one close, ruled a ball. And the count is 1-1. Trying to close out a one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Next pitch is downstairs.
That's a really good take.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
3-2 the final score. A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi saying so long